Oh, 4 mentions. I'm assuming no sound. Do we have sound? Are we good? No sound. Okay. Let's see. Do we have sound? Are we good? I'm confused. No? Yes. Some people say yes. Some people say no. Let me fix it. Okay. Some are saying yes. Some are saying no. Let me turn it off, turn it back on. That's the weird thing. I think it's some of your internets, but we'll reconnect. All right. Can more hear me now? Can more hear me now? Are we good? Yes. Okay. See, a majority can always hear me, but there's always a few that can't hear. I don't know what it is, but usually we can fix it by reconnecting. All right. Let me get this pulled back up. All right, so as I was saying, for those of you that couldn't hear me, if there was a few that couldn't, starting the day green with HUGE. Pretty nice win there, and hopefully have a pretty good day today. Yesterday we had a really good day trading APPS and CDT in pre-market, and so hopefully today we can end the week on a really good note. One red day this week, but Tuesday was awesome. Monday was a little bit slower, but yesterday was awesome too, and so hopefully we can end the day green today and end the week green today. All right, let's go through our gappers here. Let's see what we have. HUGE, we did play this morning, although I don't know that I like it. Well, I'll watch it. Yeah, I'll watch it. Because you still have range. We've got range to 30 cents. You've got that range back here on the daily to 30 cents. Past that, you've got 40. You got 30 and 40 overhead. So I would definitely keep watching this out of the bell today off of pullbacks. I would say as long as this thing can hold off of past highs, it's probably a pretty good look. So I'd be watching this to maintain probably, let me see. Let me see. Watch it over 1750 out of the open today off pullbacks. That'll be 1750 off of pullbacks on HUGE. We'll be watching it out of the open. You can also keep an eye on it off these pullbacks here as well. But me personally, I've got to spend this time to prepare for the morning, so I am going to do just that. If I do play it again, it'll be after the bell. All right, but watching it over 1750 and you have range here back to 30 and 40. More mentions. Do we lose sound again? I swear. And okay, all right, and we're back. Okay, I'm telling you, the reason why it happens is because whenever everybody joins at the same time, I think it overloads the system and it just causes some glitches. So it's in and out. Okay. I know a lot of y'all like using Discord, but if we have to use Zoom, that might be a change we've just got to make for quality purposes here in the next week or so. Today we'll try Discord unless we have more issues, and then into next week we might have to do something because I don't want you guys to suffer quality-wise. I know it's annoying. Both on my end and on your end, it's both annoying. All right, so huge to watch over 1750 for the range back to 30 and 40. Make sure those levels are marked up on your screens. Let me get mine marked up here real quick. And again, that is HUGE. Again, which we played this morning already from 16s to 20s. But yeah, if sound goes out again, just tag me in the chat. I get those notifications. Otherwise, I won't see the chat. All right, so HUGE over 1750. And that range is going to be back up into 30 and 40. Let me just pull the chat up so I can keep an eye on it. Sound is good here? Okay, yeah. Some of you keep sound, some of you don't. It's kind of weird, but anywho. Let's see what else we've got. Right now we have huge WBUY. Big old gap here on the daily. Take a look at this. Pretty good look. Pretty dang good look. Watch it over 20 point. I always mess these decimals up. 20 point. Watch it over 0.205 this morning into this gap on the daily. You've got range here all the way to 30 cents. I'd watch it out of the open today. Good look. Tons of range. And this is on WBUY. Let me go ahead and get this pulled up on my side and get it marked up. So again, I want to watch this for buyers, most likely over the highs. But I'm going to mark up that 2050 area. Or really, let's just do it over the highs. Yeah, watch it over the highs. Over 2150. Keep it simple, keep it easy. That's where it really gets clean on the daily as well. You get the break of the 50 EMA as well. So we'll do that. We'll do that. I like that quite a bit. So again, over 2150, you have range here 230. And that's on WBUY. You've got range to 30 on huge and range to 30 on WBUY. Let's see, WBUY heading to the south side. KITT, some action here. Not a bad look. The daily I looked at earlier, a little bit different. Let's see, the daily on Webull shows a far different daily than Trade Ideas. Did this have a reverse split in the last month? What happened on the 23rd? I'm assuming reverse split. Yes, reverse split. Okay. So reverse split on the 23rd, which means the float is probably fairly small. This has a, I'm seeing 900,000 share float on Webull, but I'm seeing about 2.5 million shares. Either way, it's small. Either way, it is small. So I do want to watch this one today, though, for sure. Just like I said, the daily is different on both. I'd really need to see this hold, though, over these 270s this morning. Out of the bell. Not a bad look if you want to watch it off the dips out of open. If you like see this open around 277, 278, and you get a little low volume pullback, I think that'd be a good spot for entry, honestly, risking 2.7 or something. Keeping it pretty tight for the curl back to VWAP, get the reclaim, and possibly get the break above. I do like that quite a bit. So we can look to do that today. It's a pretty good look. So I'd watch it off the dips. You can see how I'm watching it here off this trendline support. You got range here back to what looks to be 330, which is back up towards those highs from this morning. You've got 330 to about 4. So KITT, watch it for little low volume dips at the open off of what I'm going to say as probably the 2.7s for now. I'm going to say 2.7 for now. I'd probably allow it to dip down into the higher 2.6s, but for right now, we're going to go with that. Off 270 for the range back to 330 towards the highs, and then $4. EVH, no volume, Doximity. Not a fan. Sweet green. Nearing these highs back here from June and May. Not a fan. What else has volume? CDT again this morning has some volume, but this thing gave back most of its move yesterday. Oh my god, yeah. Leave that one alone. So right now we have huge WBUY and KITT. We also have, of course, APPS from the nightly watch list as well, which we will touch on in just a minute. Keep in mind, too, it is Friday, so generally our opportunities are a little bit slimmer, typically slower on Fridays. And so Fridays, I usually like to have a little chill day, come in, take a few trades, make some money, hop out for the week. Otherwise, it's really easy to get tilty on Fridays, get back your profits from the week, and you don't want to do that. So we generally have less opportunity, less of these plans as well. So we should have maybe 4 or 5 today to go into the open. All right, so looks like we have our setups to watch. MGOL, I do want to put on the list as well. This is a pretty good look as well. A pretty good look as it does break over this little 15-minute wedge. I want to watch this one out of the open today over 530. This is a really, really nice look. Even here, it's a nice look from where it's currently at. It's on MGOL. Yeah, this is a nice look even from here. Even from here, and you've got range on it as well. Interesting. Very interesting. I like this quite a bit. I'm going to take some at 570 here. I'm going to take some at 570, risking about 40 cents a share down to 530. I might tighten it up, but for right now, that's what I'm going to be risking, and I'm going to keep that on the back burner. With very small size per usual in pre-market. Make sure you are sized properly. Do not oversize. Saw it happen in the chat earlier. Somebody was averaging down. You want to make sure you're not doing that. You get oversized really easily doing that. If it's going to be a losing trade, at least make it a calculated loss. All right, so by adding, you're really just oversizing the loss. If it is a loss, you just take the loss, move on. Keep it calculated, keep it manageable. Little pullback there on MGOL. Again, if it does break, just make sure you do cut, manage your risk. All right, so while we're waiting on that to do something over there, I'm going to look around and see what else we've got moving. Nightly watch list, though, we do want to briefly touch on APPS. Oop. Little typo. And again, make sure you are managing risk on MGOL. I'm personally in that with a quarter size. So very, very minimal risk. And my screener just froze. May have to restart it here. Yeah, restart it real quick. All right, so APPS. This was our big one from yesterday that we traded for quite a bit of profit. We played it all morning, pretty much all morning. And I do want to look to play it again today. Hopefully, it presents an opportunity. If not, then of course we'll leave it alone. But as of right now, it is my goal to play it. Let me get everything back up here. I hate when it freezes because you have to get everything situated again. Okay. All right. So APPS today from the watch list. I do want to watch from a similar plan that we had from yesterday afternoon on APPS. And we're going to look to play it out of this little demand zone that formed yesterday afternoon. We played it in after hours yesterday too for a pretty nice little win twice into the close. I do want to watch it though over 260s today. I'd say keep an eye on it over 266. More than likely over 277, but for right now, I'd say max line in the sand is going to be above 266 on APPS. So I'm actually just going to say over 266 for the range here to, I believe it was 360. Was our range 360 on this? 4. Our range was 4 on this. Okay. Range to 4 on APPS. Well, 360 and 390 will be a bit more conservative. I always like to aim a little bit on the safer side than try and say, oh, yeah, we've got range to the moon. All right, next we had, and again, keep an eye on MGOL if you do need to manage risk. Watching it real quick here before I move on to the next one in case I need to manage risk. Again, I'm using that 530 as my risk on MGOL. But watching it here just in case I do need to cut. And if need be, then that is what I will do. Let's see. ASTS. We also wanted to watch how did that perform overnight. Little pullback. Held up most of its move. I wanted to watch it on the watch list last night over 2270, which for the most part held above this morning. Let me pull up the charts here. I'd watch it the same way. Watched over 2270. Same plan from the nightly list. Over 2270 for the range to 2540. And then through its all-time highs. So those are really our top setups to be watching at this moment today. We've got about 5 right now that look really nice going into the open. As of right now, we're starting the day with a single win on HUGE. We've got a current position on MGOL that looks like it may be a losing trade. And if it is, then that's okay. Because again, it is a quarter size, small position. If it is a loss, then we'll still be set up nicely for hopefully a green day today. We'll see what we can get after the open today. And hopefully lock in a nice Friday. Just make sure you do manage risk, though. We've got about 8 minutes. For those of you that are new, as I always suggest, I do not suggest that you ever trade the first day that you join. Please make sure to read through all of the channels in the Start Here category and in the Classroom category. Make sure you watch, see how we do things first. Then once you get comfortable, you can, do as you wish. And then, of course, don't chase, don't force. Keep your risk consistent. Make sure you do calculate your position size and that you're taking this serious. If you don't take it serious, you're probably not going to do very well in the market. So keep that in mind. And if you get any DMs or friend requests from anybody named Kev, it's not me. Make sure you block and report it. And aside from that, I think we're ready for the open. Just make sure you have all of your charts pulled up and marked up. And then we just have to sit here and wait for 9 minutes until we get into the open. Still keeping an eye on MGOL as well. And again, needed to hold over 5.3. Needed to hold over 5.3. So while we're waiting for the open, go ahead and get all of your charts marked up. There should be about 5 that I've gone over this morning. If you like them, mark them up and just get ready for the day today. And hopefully we'll have a good one.